One of the biggest challenges business owners face is knowing how to set up their business to run smoothly without them in the middle of everything. And often, the problem boils down to structuring things the wrong way and misunderstanding the difference between systems, processes, and SOPs. I know it sounds technical, but trust me, understanding these three things is the foundation for scaling your business and freeing up your time. Maybe you've noticed this yourself. Projects that should be straightforward end up chaotic. Your team always relies on your guidance, so you are constantly stepping in to answer questions and solve issues. In this video, we are going to break down these three building blocks: systems, processes, and procedures. I'll show you what each one means, how to use them, and why understanding the difference is crucial for your business. So let's dive in. We will begin by defining processes. A process is really just a series of tasks and decisions designed to achieve a specific outcome. It's actually quite simple. Think of it as a set of steps you follow to get the same result over and over again. Every process is built around what to do to achieve a goal. It's something we repeat to get consistent results, whether it's placing a purchase order, developing a new product, or onboarding a new employee. Now, there are a few core elements to every process. The first step is to define the objective. What do we want to accomplish with this process? Getting clear on that gives the whole process direction and purpose. Then, we need to determine the start. What triggers this process? Is it a new product launch or a new shipment delivered to our warehouse? Defining the starting point helps us understand when the process kicks in. Next, we look at the end goal, the definition of done. What's the desired outcome that tells us the process is complete? Between the start and the end, we have the key tasks and decisions. This is where the actual work happens. Now, it's important to strike a balance here. We don't need to list every single click or tiny detail. Instead, focus on the major steps that truly define how the process moves forward. And as you can see, we are visualizing the flow. By creating a flowchart where we map out the steps, you create a clear visual of how the process unfolds, making it easier for anyone to follow and understand. Let's dive into a real example to bring this to life. Let's say the process of managing shipments. The first step is to define the objective of the process. For shipments, our objective might be to ensure each shipment is delivered on time, in good condition, at a reasonable cost, and meeting all compliance requirements. This is what we are aiming to achieve every single time. Next, we identify the start of the process. What triggers it? In this case, it's when a purchase order is completed. That's our signal to start moving the shipment forward. Then, we look at the end goal, or our definition of done. For our shipments example, the process ends when the goods are delivered to their final destination on time and within budget. That's the outcome we want. Now, in between the start and the end, we have the key tasks and decisions. For shipments, some major tasks might include pre-shipment preparation, arranging shipping, and overseeing proper delivery. We also have critical decisions along the way, like choosing the right freight forwarder. This choice impacts everything from cost to delivery speed and reliability. And in this case, shipments are actually triggered by another process, the purchase order process. So we could even decide to map out that process too to get a full picture of how everything connects. Which brings me to systems. A system is a set of interconnected processes, tools, and people that work together to achieve a specific function. When we defined our process, we were essentially laying out the workflow, the steps we need to follow each time. But now, with systems, we are defining how everything is actually going to work. This is where we decide on some key details. First, what can be automated and what still needs to be done manually? What specific technologies will keep this running smoothly? And finally, accountability. Who's going to be responsible for making sure each part of the system runs as planned? Is it you, or is there someone else on the team who will own this? And since system is a set of processes, think of it as a high-level view of your business. We are zooming out to see how everything connects and works together. Imagine your business as a machine. Just like a machine has parts that each play a unique role, your business has systems, and each one serves a specific purpose. Lastly, let's talk about touchpoints, the places where one system connects with another. Touchpoints are where we need to make sure there is smooth communication and seamless transition between systems. Think of it as the handshake between different parts of your business, where information, tasks, and responsibilities are passed from one system to the next. For example, is your customer service system feeding valuable data into product development? Are you capturing customer feedback and using it to improve future products? These touchpoints are where systems work together rather than in isolation. So we have systems, processes, and standard operating procedures, SOPs. An SOP is simply a step-by-step guide for executing a specific task or decision within a process. It's the how to do it for the tasks from our processes that need to be done manually. When documenting an SOP, keep it straightforward. Start with the steps, just bullet out each action. And where it helps, add screenshots to make it clear. If decisions are involved, use a decision tree. This is where we outline the thought process using an if-then structure. It guides the person through each choice to help them make the right call. But remember, not everything needs an SOP. Don't waste your time documenting tasks that don't require detailed instructions. I personally use SOPs to train employees in areas where they need more guidance. More often than not, a simple checklist works perfectly. You can turn it into a task template in your task management software like Asana or ClickUp. For me, I like to record a walkthrough video of the task, then use AI to generate the SOP based on that. It's quick, efficient, and lets me focus on what really matters. When we zoom out, we can see that a business is really just a set of systems working in harmony. We build these systems, define these processes, and create SOPs so we can eventually delegate and remove ourselves from the day-to-day. The goal is to set up our business in a way that it can actually run without us. When you have everything systemized and the right people in the right seats, you reach a point where your business doesn't rely solely on you. Instead, it becomes a well-oiled machine capable of scaling. So, where do you start? I know it can feel overwhelming. Systemizing your business isn't something that happens overnight. It's an ongoing effort, and it's normal for things to evolve as you go. A good place to begin is by mapping out your systems. Take a look at your business and identify the key areas where you are spending the most time. And ask yourself, where would you benefit the most by delegating? This is often where your first systems will bring the most value, freeing you up to focus on bigger, high-level work. Start small, keep it simple, and build as you go. If you want my one-on-one help to systemize your Amazon business and build the right team, make sure to check out the link below. And if you want to learn how to build a business that runs without you, you can also watch my detailed guide right here. See you next week.